have a special guest star tonight with us. It is Craig from Not Another Retro Channel. All that shit's down there. We're going to press a button, and then we're going to start our opening crawl.
Oh.
And we always make jokes about copyright because we only got slammed with copyright once, and it wasn't even related to this.
Really? What was it for?
We played like an hour of like every cartoon from the 80s intro.
Oh, okay. I mean, yeah, that would do it.
Yeah. And your boy's Turtle Chris is here.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, so the music doesn't twig the crawl?
No, man.
Oh. I guess it's not quite, right? It's a little off. So
No,
maybe
it's
that's
exactly
why the
the
voice
same.
is.
That's cool.
It's about as fancy as we get.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alrighty, so let's see here. This is perfect for the layout there. So since nobody knows what the hell's happening, least of all me most of the time, as usual, I've got my brother from another mother, Julian, with us. We've got Joe Zawada, Fahrenmach here, and we've got Gil, professional toy photographer, and Craig, another retro channel.
Don't forget
So-
the Canadian.
Hello. I mean, we do have a Canadian, so it's important.
Yes.
And,
so get ready for the apologies.
Exactly. Craig, if you remember, I sent you a picture of some turtles, and Gil is the one that took that picture.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have
Awesome.
no idea what you're talking about. Don't
Oh,
put
yeah.
it-
No, I do. I talk to Jeff almost on the daily. Almost daily.
It's
Did I
true.
tell you about stalking, Jeff? No.
No, I'm sorry.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to go around the room. We're going to find out what everybody's been doing this week, and then Craig, you will be last, and then we will bombard you and test your turtle knowledge.
Ooh. Okay. Let's see.
Oh, that's good. We
Yeah,
had
there you go.
210 questions that. Not
my
all
gosh.
210. Yeah, we did our research. Plus, I did a Google search for Ninja Turtle trivia questions. All right. So, Gil, what have you been up to?
Mostly photography. Joining a couple more collabs, which is kind of fun. Although it's kind of crazy because the majority of them are run by a guy out of Indonesia. So you're trying to sort of balance when everyone kicks out their stuff with when they do. So yeah, it's kind of fun. But yeah, those guys are kick-ass though, and they gather like there's a bunch of people over there are amazing. And then they really grab the people from here. I'm not counting myself one of them, but there's people here who are just like phenomenal. So always lots to learn from those guys.
That's
so
awesome.
that's been about it. Yeah.
Alrighty. And it's been a while since we've had you here, Gil, so I figure you've been on a turtle craze lately on your Instagram, so go check that out, everybody. That's Tora Nerd on Instagram, where he's been taking some awesome pictures.
Oh, that's
the
the
20
nerd. Kidding. I knew who it was.
So he's been taking pictures of the 2012 turtles, the ones that we could find at the 5 and Dime store, whose name I can't remember, that Craig told me about.
Playmates ones. Yeah.
Yeah, those
Not
turtles.
those Playmates, but yes. Playmates.
Yeah, the other Playmates ones for the Nickelodeon show. And Joseph, what have you been doing?
Let's see. I think really the only thing of note is last weekend I participated in a charity event for the Reston, Virginia, community museum and community center. My friend Nathan is part of their board, so we did a Lego masterpiece. That's what they called it, the Masterpiece Gallery. I participated in that. The whole event was called Bricks by the Lake. So we had the Masterpiece Gallery. We had a contest for kids. The participation there was really good. And then one of the local bars participated, and I don't remember the exact amount, but if you paid in, you would get a bucket of Lego, a couple beers, and then while you were drinking, you would build. And then if you won, I think you got a gift card or something for the bar. So
That sounds like a totally Lego sponsored event.
I just want the bucket of Lego. You keep the damn.
yeah, so the turnout was good. The museum said that they'd be interested in having us back, and yeah,
That's awesome.
the event kits sold out. So yeah, The kids had a good
Awesome.
time.
Yeah, it's all about the kids.
Kids
All
and
right.
beer.
True.
Yeah. All right, Mr. Julian, what have you been up to besides drinking a bottle of rum?
No, drank a bottle of rum.
There you go.
Fighting a toothache again.
Hence the rum.
Yeah, and then I can't tell if a rum did it or I did it, but this is what's left of the droid. No, I'm kidding. I'm building R2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's his middle leg, his tripod, if you will.
I think it's gonna like this other leg will go here and here, and then they'll put a facing on there, and then boop boop beep boop. Boop,
More
boop.
props to you, man, because that just looks like a pain in the ass, and I
It
would never
was
do it.
Yeah.
It looks like you're building math. Yeah.
It's dumb. I hate technique.
Yeah.
All right.
There's a
So-
nice warm spot in hell for the person that invented technique.
That's fair. So I was busy getting surgery this week. That's what I
Good
did.
job.
It was fantastic. And
You
they
wanna
pulled
see a
out a
picture?
nope.
Oh, okay.
I had a fish hook inside my big toe on my right foot, and I guess it had been there for a couple of years.
Oh,
So that was cool.
Is that how
What I
they got you?
was just sort of holding back. So who was using you as bait?
Probably my dad. I used to fish a lot.
He's not the bait. He's the prize at the end of the line.
Right.
Hey.
Right.
All right. So, Mr. Craig, you've been. How long have you been doing what you do with turtles in particular?
I mean, it started out in '88 when the cartoon came out. Fell in love with the cartoon. My birthday right after that dropped. I had to get all of the figures, so I got those. And then, ever since then, I mean, I probably stopped buying turtles when I was like 12 years old, like 90, 92, 93. And then, I started picking them back up again, probably 2014, 2015, a little bit at a time here and there. And it's just kind of been my world the last like year and a half. So, yeah.
So I want to break off right and go ahead and jump on this first question. It's not one of the 210.
Oh my gosh.
Do you have the original collection? And if so, or if not, are you trying to get the squishy heads or no?
Yes, so I have all. I don't have my original collection. When I was a kid, I sold them in a garage sale like a dummy to buy baseball cards.
I sold baseball
yeah,
cards to buy Ninja Turtles. I
Right,
understand.
yeah, but as of right now, I have all the original 10 with the squishy head, the hard heads.
Good for you.
I have quite a bit.
No,
I would be in my toy room, but like you walk into my house and on the right is our den and it's an open floor plan. So that's where all my toys are. So all the fam, they're in the living room and stuff like that. So it's like, yeah, better go in here.
All right. So with this, as sometimes is Kirk Wilson, also known as the nice.
Oh.
So he's also known as the Geek Effect, and he was a big time Lego person, but he's making the switch to action figures because he's a big Spider-Man nerd.
Does Kirk know he can do both?
Yeah, I think he does.
Oh, okay, as long as he knows he can do both.
I'm gonna wait for Kirk to realize that he's muted and see what happens.
How did you do that?
I realized that I just decided that I would just go with one over the other, which I'm happy about the decision. I think it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it.
Yep.
So yeah. How are
That's
you guys
awesome.
doing today?
We're good.
Good.
Waiting for you.
I'm sorry. Yeah, things happen, family stuff. My siblings' birthdays are this weekend, so I had to go do stuff today. So
Kirk, that's the excuse you give when you don't want to do something, right?
No.
Yeah.
I wanted to be here tonight. I said I wanted to be here tonight last week. We were.
Kind of sounds a little like Klinger in front of Potter trying to sort of say why he should go home. Half the family dead, other half pregnant.
All right, so Craig, I'm going to ask you 2 more questions, and I'm going to
Okay.
leave it to my exclusive panel here to
Sweet.
bombard you with questions.
Okay. All right, let's go. Let's get it.
So not counting Scratch, you son of a bitch, what is the best pickup that you got? Yeah, that guy. Hey, how much is that guy worth, Craig?
So I bought him this past Christmas. I think it was $550. Right now, he's about 12 to 1300. Like, shot up super quick. So
okay, based off of that, and I'm gonna jump in here right off.
yeah.
What? Okay, of course there was a video game boom. Why are the action figures booming? Same reason, COVID?
I think with a few lines, it's because of the pandemic, but I think even before then, like, figures were kind of starting to become pretty hot. So I don't think COVID really made.
Yeah, but you said now when you bought it for $5, was that on average? Was that the average going rate?
No, I mean,
okay.
It was. I got a deal, dude.
I thought it went from 5 to 12.
Yeah, it was probably somewhere in between.
Sexy.
Back in
Good for
December.
you. That's
so
hot.
got a deal. So besides Scratch, great find. I don't know, man. It's been so hard, trying to find stuff out in the wild right now. It's even hard to find stuff on eBay or Mercari or at vintage shops because it's all gone. I mean, just like you said, Julian, I think the pandemic really did popularize a lot of older lines, and a lot of people are getting back into it. So it just makes it that much harder. So
I think the other thing it did too.
I could just imagine. I'm sorry.
I think the other thing it did too is that it also all the money that people weren't spending on vacations, going out, movies, whatever.
Gas, right?
They flip it all into stuff that makes them feel good, reminding me of a time before the world fell apart. So
I agree with that.
That's 100% true. That's where I got most of my McFarlane stuff last year from. We can go out. Great, I'm going to pick up a figure, and that was that. So it was dumb. So Julian, what'd you have to ask?
It was dumb, and I don't remember now.
Cool.
It was silly. It was super silly, but don't worry. I'm good.
It'll come back.
No,
All right, so
COVID brain.
It's gone. Okay, so greatest find, that's difficult right now. But what's your favorite Ninja Turtle playset that you've gotten so far?
Oh, playset. It would probably be the sewer layer. It's pretty easy, but what's cool about the sewer layer, you can hook it into the Technodrome, so it's would make a playset, and that's pretty badass.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't have that as a kid. I didn't have either as a kid. So as an adult, I'm like, hey, let's do this.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah, I completely hear you. I remember that I sold my party wagon at a garage sale, and I regret that now a whole lot. And, but Steve from Toy Base 10 has been like, Jeff, anytime you want to come and do some work, I can just give you the wagon I have there. And I'm like, okay.
Just do it. Just do it.
So one more question, but before that, one more thing. So I arranged it so that you and your buddies and everybody else, when they all come up, you've got 2 hours in this toy store. And I called Steve and was like, hey, I'm looking for this. But really, it was yours and Craig's wish, or your and Greco's wish list.
Mm-hmm.
So Steve now has the idea in his head that he needs to buy these things, because I was like, if you come across a Cyber Shredder, let me know. So
yeah. Oh wow, that's awesome. And so you said we have 2 hours, right? 2 hours in there.
Yeah.
Woo! I can't wait. When me and Boston Mike came up, I think we were there maybe an hour and a half. That's no time in that store. There's just so much to dig through. It's insane.
It's pretty nuts. All right, my last question. You don't talk about this on your channel much because you're a respectable human being and you don't want to be a dick. Who's fucked you over in the toy world before? Not who, but I mean, how did somebody fuck you over in the toy world so bad that you were like, I don't know if I'll be able to financially recover from this? But you did, because obviously you're fine.
Yeah. Nobody.
You don't have to name names.
Yeah.
But you'd extra points if you do.
I'm trying to think. I mean, in the community, people that I know, nobody, but
Yeah.
I mean, deals gone bad on eBay or Facebook Marketplace. I mean, stupid stuff like that, but there hasn't, I don't hate anybody. Like, you know, I don't know. Yeah.
Because you're a good person.
I mean, I try to be. Try to be.
So Turtle Chris knows that hell.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he does.
I think you and Mike only went to like 3 rooms too in that whole fucking thing. So like, and you still had like 2 hallways to explore with like 3 rooms from each hallway. It's just nuts.
Yeah, right when we were leaving, we were digging through that tote and we were finding all those Fin Fang Foom parts, and we're like, holy shit! Like, this stuff is just in a tote. Like, you know, it's crazy.
See, this is kind of the weird thing with like, and I hear about this all the time, like particularly in like New Jersey, parts of the South, and stuff like that. There's these stores that you guys have down there, like vintage stores, stuff like that, which are just like they're treasure troves, and like you said, they're like, you know, they're like the warehouse in Indiana Jones. They go on forever, right?
Yeah.
And it's just like rows and rows of joy. Here, no, like not a chance. Like there's nothing here on that scale, but. The only thing we hope is that we've got a whole bunch of toy conventions, like through Toronto, about 5 or 6 pre-COVID, roll through a year, and all those guys come up here. So that's the only time we get access to all that. But I can't imagine being able to just go someplace and see all this stuff. That's incredible.
Yeah,
I'd love to have something like that nearby, but I don't.
What did Kirk say?
I said I would love to have somewhere like that nearby, but I don't. I have like this thrift store down the street, but there's like barely anything there. Every time I go, it's
you gotta
empty.
dig, son. You gotta dig.
I try.
Deep.
I try.
You gotta dig deep, son. It's out there. You just gotta find it.
So I guess I have a question for a lot of you guys, because it seems that a lot of you collect some sort of toy. Do you guys go for either like mint condition, or if you delve into used? And some of my experiences, like the accessories will be missing. Like if you have like a big play set, some of the pieces will be missing.
Mm-hmm.
Would you buy a play set knowing that all the accessories aren't there, banking on being able to find the accessories individually? Or would you just not even, would you just be like, I'll wait for another day because it'll pop up eventually?
Depends on the price for me. Like if I get something stupid cheap and, you know, I know that I can complete it, you know, from here and there, like way below retail, I'll do it like every day. And I do that all the time for myself.
Yeah, for me, like the line, I think the vintage line I probably collected the most was 3 3/4 GI Joe stuff, and I mean those, you know, those had a million tiny little parts, little microphones, little machine guns, whatever.
Even a dog one time.
What's that?
Even a dog one time.
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, but for that, it's just the long game. Like it's like you buy into that, and it's like it literally could be years, and it was. Like, you know, some of those tanks back there, they had like tow cables and skirts on them and stuff, and I think I went 10 years before I got like 95% before I sold most of that stuff, and it just never happened. So I think the other thing is too is you sort of look at how much value is in it if you do plan on reselling one day. Yeah. So if you know that you can sell this incomplete still to at least regain your money, then you go in, because why would you not?
That's very true. Like there was like 7 years ago, somebody sold me the Ninja Turtle sewer, and it was $7. None of the accessories.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I was like, okay. And I, you know, did my research, did my math. I bought the accessories, and then I flipped it because I also found a box with the instruction manual and sold it for like $200 because some guy was desperate. So, I mean, so yeah, it could be. It just all depends on the price.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Yep, he did. He sure did.
Yeah,
that's awesome. And his turtle collection is growing pretty large. So
yes,
it's good. Also, funny story about Craig. One time he came to Oklahoma and didn't tell me. And he went to another toy store. And
oh God, dude. Yeah.
he
Don't give me
cleared
shit about that.
and he cleared out a turtle wall.
Yeah. So what had happened was,
Oh yeah, okay.
so it was a school day. I dropped my kids off. I live in North Fort Worth, so the drive from here to OKC is 3.5 hours. I think the store opened at noon, something like that, Jeff, right?
Yeah.
And then I had to be back in DFW to pick up my kids at school at 3:00.
Oh.
And I did it. So it wasn't like, hey Jeff, let's hang out. Let's go get some barbecue or whatever. It was like covert ninja. Like,
It was
let's get
hey,
in, let's
Jeff,
get out.
I'm gonna buy all the turtles in your town, and then I'm leaving.
I totally wiped out the wall. It was what was it, 5 for 20, and some of these were complete. I bought the whole entire wall. It was insane.
All right.
Nice.
I got first question number 73, and I'm going to hit you with it right now.
Oh
Here
my
comes
gosh.
the trivia.
Oh my gosh.
Which turtle befriended the T-Rex and rode him into battle?
Which turtle befriended the T-Rex and rode him into battle? Donatello?
Correct.
Woo!
Good job. You had
Yeah.
a 1 in 4 shot. Good
I
job.
did. I mean, I got lucky.
Yeah, 25% chance to be correct.
Right.
Good job. I'm proud of you. And I was like,
Thank you.
T-Rex. I don't remember that episode.
I just remembered my turtle collection, like the T-Rex goes with
So you
Donatello.
say you got into
so-
it in '88. Did you, as an adult, looking back on the collections, did you happen to perhaps get the buy the first print of the black and white comic book in '84?
What now?
The '84 comic book. I don't remember who wrote it, but
Yeah, Eastman
did you
Laird.
get your hands on it?
Yeah.
Did you buy it? Did you like it?
No, I was 3 years old when that came out. I had no
As an
idea.
adult looking.
Oh, as
back.
an adult, God, yeah. I mean, if there was a decent price, I mean, I think I've seen some sell for like $10K plus because there was only so many.
I've got a really sad story.
Uh-oh.
Sad.
no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So we're visiting friends in Connecticut at the time, and I go to the little comic book store there, whatever it was, 8, whatever I was at the time, 8, 9, and says, yeah, this thing's hot, it's new, it's great. So, it's just by these 2 guys that are just up the road. It's black and white, blah, blah, blah. Said they wrote a book before about hamsters, but it didn't sell, but this one's amazing. So I'm like, okay, great. So he picked it up. He's like, if you want, said they were in here last weekend, doing a big promotion. They signed them all stuff. Said, go ahead. So he signed, said, so you can take the number 1, and then there's 2 of the spotlights, the 4-page spotlights they did. Great. Picked them up, took them home. Yeah. So first run signed by both of them.
Wow.
And then each one of them signed each, like the song. I got like a Donnie, I think a Raph, 4-page, or they each signed those. Brought them home, and then Turtles exploded like 3 years later, whatever it was. Yeah, wiped out in a flood.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah. Still, even after all that, they were in like poor shape. They had mold in them, the whole stuff like that.
Yeah.
They still went for about 400 a piece.
Oh yeah, I believe it, dude.
Still.
That's insane.
Yeah, but still, it breaks my heart.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
If they hadn't been ruined, would you have sold them?
Probably not.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never been a mega turtle fan or anything, but just as like a comic guy, and I love the originals. Like the art style that they had was just amazing, and I love that to this day. But just as like someone who draws myself, it's like I still kind of get a lot from what they did, and what was in Usagi Yojimbo with Stan, what's his name and stuff. So yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, a tale of woe.
So Craig, do you have a favorite Ninja Turtle movie?
I mean, it would be the first movie, hands down. I mean, Secret of the Ooze was good. 3.
Like how all the old guys are just nodding their heads, yes.
I still to this day, I try to go back and like appreciate something from it, but it's so freaking hard, dude. Like even as a Turtle fan. The 2007 movie was the CGI was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would say 90 and 07 for sure.
So you guys were talking about the comics before I had to step away. Sorry about
Right.
that. So funny story about that. I used to sell comic books. I used to sell high dollar comic books. And I met in Vegas with some people because Out of the Shadows was going to come out in 2 years. And the actor that was playing a certain character in the movie with a hockey mask bought the first run.
Oh, Mr.
From
Metal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was pretty neat.
Nice.
Yeah,
He's
the
a super
comics
nice
are great.
dude. Was he pretty nice to you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
He's a fantastic human being, paid for our dinner, and I could eat.
that's awesome.
All right. So, Kirk, do you have anything for Craig?
To kind of play off of Jeff's question, movie related.
Yeah.
No, like, okay, so in regards to TV series, what would be, other than the 80s
Okay.
show, taking that would be your favorite or something like that.
Yeah.
Outside of that, do you have any others that you enjoyed?
Yeah. So I'm rewatching I'm in the middle of the 03 series right now.
Okay.
I was in my early 20s when that came out, so I completely missed that. I watched the 2012 series with my oldest son, which is that series is fantastic. But I'm seeing, there's so many Easter eggs in 03. Like you got Cowboys and Moo Mesa. They like pop out in different episodes, and like all these little things that I didn't expect to see, and I'm enjoying them a lot more now than I think I would have at the time. So it would be a toss up between 03 and 12. Rise. The style of it was freaking amazing. The art, amazing, but I just couldn't get through the storytelling for myself.
Gotcha.
I think Seth Rogen is working on some kind of CGI movie in
Yes.
2023 or 4 or something like that.
Does it have a pickle? Never mind.
Does it have a pickle?
Yeah, no, never mind. Okay.
And I believe they just
Google it.
announced potentially that Michael Bay is returning to make another one.
Yeah,
as well?
he's got the dude from SNL. What's his name? The newscaster. He does the news on SNL. What's his name? Him and his brother. They're directing, but
The Coen brother? No, I'm kidding.
that's that's supposed to be a thing.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens with that.
Yeah.
Do you know what was surprisingly good was that Batman Turtles team up? That was like that was great. That was really
good.
enjoyable. Yeah.
That was a good cartoon. I'm so pissed off that I missed out on those figures.
Oh, those figures were gorgeous. Yeah, and I never got a hint of them. Yeah.
Anyway, so Joseph, Julian, or Kirk, or Gil, do you have anything to ask our guest? Because I feel like I'm talking the whole time.
You're barely talking. I'm having to care. No, I'm kidding.
I do have a question.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the 2014 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie? It's the only thing I know, have seen, or watched about Ninja Turtles.
Kirk just walked off on that one.
He's like, I'm out.
Kirk's done. And
cut.
What was the question? I didn't hear it.
2014 movie. Thoughts on that? I mean, I took it for what it was. I enjoyed it in the theater. I enjoyed it watching it with my kids. I mean, that was a bonus, right? But I thought it was good. Okay. The second one, I wanted to love it so much because Stephen Amell, watching, Arrow, like kind of have a man crush on him. Like,
Is there a
totally
second?
like,
I didn't know there was a second one.
yeah. I really wanted to like that one a lot, but it's still, that one's kind of tough for me to
Which
be like,
one's got the big truck in it?
the what?
What
Which
happened?
one's got the big semi truck?
That's the second Bay one, right? Or is it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He has like a second where it shoots out the sewer.
So I'm out of it. My bad, everybody.
Tortis Brothers or something like
It's
that.
got to be the COVID.
No, he's talking about the semi. He's
Tortuga
talking about the
Brothers.
semi truck.
It's a Lego set too.
Yeah, that goes down the mountain.
Yeah.
That one. That was the first
yeah.
one.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. That's
Okay.
the one I saw.
Yeah. All right.
So actually,
speaking your language, I don't know if you guys do mega constructs or if that's a joke for you guys, but I do have some of the turtle ones. I do have some. Oh, okay. Well,
These are not mega constructs. These are
yeah,
metal.
yeah. I was about to say, oh, nice.
So actually, I've got a question as well. So when you're
This is a
Jeff's
proof of
already showing off
concept
his plate.
of a turtle wagon that I'm building off and
Yeah.
off. So I can finally get it to Craig. Anyway, go ahead, Gil.
Yeah. So the question is, actually, I just picked up a couple weeks ago, I guess, the last Ronin
Yes.
comic.
Oh my
And,
god, that
it's
is
like,
amazing.
fantastic, right? Like, I love it. It's amazing. But when I look at that, and I look at like a couple of the very end of the run of the Nickelodeon series, they did the post-apocalyptic.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
Thing of it, which is again fantastic.
Yeah.
And then they also did the Turtles in Time. They go back.
Mhm.
So this is kind of like where I find I resonate most with the turtle stuff is when someone takes it and then they overlay something which is in a more serious tone. Often they draw on Japanese cinema, Japanese myth. In this case, the other one was like the Mad Max thing, and for me, that's where I find that they really shine, right? But it seems to be like two worlds because you have that, and then you have the original series, which sort of like, from like 85 on, when they move the offices and they start getting into the Playmates side of it and stuff, and then they actually start generating characters, designs, concepts that are really meant to push the toy line.
Yeah.
And then they sort of mold the fiction to go to that new aesthetic and new sort of lighter, age-appropriate whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where do you find sort of like that the Turtles really sort of like can they equally handle both, or is there core sort of like driving force in that crazy over the top world that Nickelodeon played with, the old ones have, or is it in this more sort of like serious one that harkens back to the original 83, 84?
Oh, man, good question.
I couldn't track any of that.
Good question. I mean, I see what I totally see what you're saying. I think that they really shined with the second option you said, with the more like serious core, more gritty, more dark, opposed to any of the cartoony stuff, action figures and all that. Because from what I understand, like I don't know if they signed off like Eastman or Laird back in the day. I don't know if they signed off on the action figures or they had other people do it within Playmates, Yep. But I don't think they would really care because at that time it was just like cash cow,
Yeah.
But with storytelling, definitely the second option, definitely in the comics, like you said. I mean, the last Ronin, oh my gosh. Going back and reading the comics from the early 80s, I mean it's on point. They definitely caught lightning in a jar.
Yes.
I mean, it's definitely the Archie Turtle comics were great too. I mean, in all seriousness, where they are.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
For sure. Good storytelling. I like those.
Exactly. Yeah, and they were fun. Also, the best turtle crossover was when they met the real Ghostbusters. So whatever everybody else says, yep.
That's a good one, dude. That's a good one.
Just saying. Kirk, you got something on your mind and you're not asking. What's on your mind?
Okay. I was going to ask, other than Shredder and Krang, who would you say is your other favorite TMNT villain?
Ooh. Krang, Shredder. I love the whole Dimension X episodes and stuff in the shows, like the Triceratons. I really love seeing all that multiverse thing that they got going on. So probably definitely like the Triceratons. So many good stories through that too. I think there was a episode in the 03 series where they go to Dimension X and like freaking Jack Kirby. He's in the episode,
Yeah.
like helping Donatello out in Dimension X.
And like the skies are all Kirby crackling. Yeah, it's awesome.
And everything that Kirby would draw would come to life in the episode in Dimension X. It was badass.
There you go. See, that's when the Turtles met Archie. Yeah, I have that book.
Oh, that's cool.
Goes for $46.50 on eBay, like new.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So there you go.
I should see if I have any Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle comics. My
You
grandmother used to
probably
work.
should.
My grandmother used to work at a comic book printing factory, so we have a lot of them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
You might have something there.
So why does like an onion, man? Just pull back them layers.
I
Yeah,
did work
Joseph
there.
just has like
My
so
grandmother did.
No, I know that, but like, what about the mounts on the wall? I mean, come on, I'm just everything.
Okay, lots of people have animal mounts on their wall.
Yeah, trophy
I do,
hunters sure
sure.
do. Yeah.
Trophy hunting. That's like, it's not big game. It's like a deer.
Cancel Joseph Sawada. He endorses trophy hunting.
I
All
got
right.
a question about the video games. If we got time, do you touch on them? Play with those? You know, the ones, the NES and the. See, I don't know nothing about that new stuff. I just sold a game that I got from the Goodwill for the Turtles. I don't know nothing about that.
Okay, yeah. Ask me anything. NES.
Did you play the old stuff? Do you have the old stuff? Do you have them complete in box? Do you resell them when you get them? What are you doing here?
All of the above.
I love every bit of that. Thank you.
My NES collection's a little weak. I only have like 99 out of the 700 and whatever. I had a lot more, but as you said, resell. I sold some of my collection.
No, nothing wrong with that.
I have a complete NES in box. I have a complete Super Nintendo in box, a Sega Genesis complete in box. I have a GameCube, N64, all the Turtle games, of course.
Oh wow.
Yeah. NES is probably one of my all-time favorite systems, all time. So.
Oh wait, Jeff, you're muted, I think.
So why is TMNT 3, the Manhattan Project, your favorite turtle game on the NES, Greg?
Part 3? I don't remember saying that. It would be Turtles in Time, like hands down.
Be right back. The sky is falling.
Okay. Julian's had a bit tonight.
Okay.
So
Tonight?
all right. So video games and such. So yeah, I don't know if you in your man cave that you usually do your reviews and whatnots and this is what I picked up.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the 1-Up Turtle Arcade.
You have not. It's kind of been waiting to get it. I've rearranged my collection room probably 2 times this past year, and I'm trying to get all my TMNT stuff, like, backdrops on the side, and my Motu, and my retro video game collection, and it's just not working out. So I don't have space for that cab that I want so badly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like you don't have a giant warehouse full. Oh.
That's true. But in the summer, I don't have any AC in there. It's a death trap. So.
Mm-hmm. So, speaking of that, Ninja Turtles the arcade game blew all of our minds except Kirk because he's like 12. But what was your favorite part of that game? If you have a favorite part of that game.
My favorite part as a kid, throwing the foot soldiers into the screen. I mean, that I would laugh so hard because I'm like, look at this, it's so cool. Like you can throw them right into the screen. That's a lot of fun. I don't know. It was co-op playing with your friend.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's basically like an arcade at home when that came out. It blew everybody's minds. So
it's the memory of it's kind of fuzzy just in the arcade. But did they not have a 4-player stand-up that ran off like the Gauntlet engine of thing?
They did. Yeah.
Okay, I thought so. And it was basically just like a not quite top down, maze game, more or less.
Right.
Like it wasn't. Yeah, I seem to remember something like that. It wasn't like the one up fight game that was on all the home systems, but it was like another thing, and it was
Yeah.
forgettable. Like it wasn't like a very good game, but yeah.
I just have to say that this was the best part of that game. Give me 1 second before we get copyrighted. It's going to be 10 seconds. So, oh yeah, surfing.
Oh yeah,
I love surfing. Yep.
sewer surfing too.
Many mocks were made on that.
Take it down. Okay.
Yep. All right, we're good. So you run a collectible shop, but we're not going to talk about that this time around. We might next time. But the second thing I wanted to ask you about was tell us about Turtle Tracks.
Turtletracks.info. So myself and Mr. Turtle Chris, that's in the chat right now, probably this time last year, we've been helping each other out, like collect pieces that we need for our collection, accessories, figures, playsets, and all that. So we were like, hey, wouldn't it be cool to create an app so you can have, every vintage turtle with all their parts, with all the variants, all the vehicles, with all the same bullshit, right? And we looked into an app. We got some pricing for that, and it was way out of our price range. And so we were like, Chris was like, "Hey, dude, I can build a website for us." So we started that. We started shooting pictures early this year, and right now we have 88 and 290 up right now, and then we are going to go from there. So everything, every action figure, every accessory, playset, vehicle, all complete, and this is from both of our collections.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens when we reach 94, because between the both of us, there's 318 figures from 88 to 97. Between the both of us, we're missing 40.
Oh wow!
Those are super pricey. I mean, we're talking undercover turtles. I mean, you guys think, people think that, Scratch is like the most rare turtle. Nah. This is just kind of like the Playboy of the group. Like, you got undercover turtles, you got the winged warriors, you got all the metallic metalhead, foot soldier, like all this stuff that's just like in the thousands complete. Tyranno Shredder. It's insane. So we're 40 away from being complete for 88 to 97. And then after that, we're going to jump into 03, 2012, Rise, maybe NECA, maybe Super 7. Like, we're just going to keep on going. So
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm looking
It's
forward
like
to
the
it.
Mark Bellomo treatment for Turtles, like what he's done for
yeah.
3 other lines or whatever.
Yeah, his G.I. Joe book. Oh my gosh.
By the way, him I've met twice and stuff. Man, you have never met a nicer dude. He is like truly.
That's what I've heard that
one of the
before.
nicest guys. Yeah,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, just for reference, your website, I words.
I got to it.
Go ahead.
I'm there. I got to the website.
All right, good. So, can you share it? So, the website itself is much like those DK books that we got when we were kids,
Right.
of like the inside of like Batman's Batcave, and that's basically what your website reminds me of, because it's an in-depth look at figures, and
Who's
it's
this
an
guy?
in-depth. Oh, look at that guy!
Look at that douche.
But you click on a figure from '88, so Leonardo, there he is, all in his glory. And it always pissed me off, like on the back of the card, the swords were actually colored gray, but we got them. They were, yeah. Stupid molding machines. But
so yeah, I mean, we do this out of our love and passion for turtles, and when hunting, we just wanted to have a guide for people like collectors, just easy access. Oh, this is what I need. This is what I need. So
That's awesome.
yeah,
That's really
there you
cool.
go.
Man, I don't remember any of the dinosaurs from the cartoon, like at all.
And
might
the
be-
next episodes, man.
Yeah, all right, fair enough. So I did a little bit of looking into it just because it was fun, but like apparently the reason that we got the medieval turtles, like the D&D Conan the Destroyer type turtles,
Mm-hmm.
was because they had a deal like in Lord of the Rings, and they were going to try to incorporate turtles in Lord of the Rings.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently the deal fell through, so they resorted to making them all Conan the Barbarians or something like that.
Yeah.
And Seth, the website is across the banner right now, so you can check that out at turtletracks.info. But that was kind of cool. So what's your favorite thing in your collection as far as turtles go?
Turtles go.
Did I ask that?
No, you haven't. That's a good one, and I probably should have thought about that. I mean, I'm proud of Scratch, of course, but my favorite thing in my Turtles collection, I've actually never showed in a video. I only have three pieces of like collectibles from my childhood, and one is a Ninja Turtle shirt that I had when I was a kid. So
Nice.
yeah,
Okay.
hands down favorite.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah. It was like the blimp, personally. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
the blimp is awesome.
Mm-hmm. So,
Yep.
besides turtles, you do
Mhm.
a lot of Motu, I hear. But a lot of
I do.
Motu. A lot of Motu.
I do. I've cooled my jets on a lot of stuff lately because of turtles, and I was trying to build up the website. But I love Motu. Ghostbusters would have to be my number 3.
Okay.
I'm trying to track down the Filmation Ghostbusters set, so I have a couple of those figures right now. That's going to be pricey, so we'll see what happens with that.
Yeah.
I love Bray Star, Black Star, Sectars. Like, I love Sectars.
Oh, God. I think you and like 5 other people.
I know, right?
Oh, wait, one second. Sorry. So
Yeah.
on this April, go back to that April. I never realized that you can put the gun in the camera and she's
yeah.
James Bond.
Yeah,
Like-
totally, man.
That's how she's packing it. All right,
Yeah.
cool. Like, it's so bizarre and like, why does she have a gun?
Yeah.
Why does she have turtles on the back of her jacket?
I don't know, man. I mean, that's a great question.
It is.
But there's
Yeah.
different variants of April 2. Without a stripe, without the turtles on the back. I mean, all of that.
And why did it take so long to get a goddamn Channel 6 news van?
Oof. We still don't have one between us. We don't
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
You know,
Yeah.
Turtles 10 has one right now, right?
I could guess. I could guess.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to
There it
break some
is.
trades.
Ooh.
Well,
For
I mean,
the NECA line, I know the guys take that WWF Slambulance or whatever, and they turn it into the.
Jeff, I got to
news
step.
Yeah.
van. Yeah.
that's awesome. All right. So, anybody have any questions for Craig? Because I'm doing all the talking.
I had one
Kurt,
more.
go
question.
ahead.
All right. Probably gonna hate me for asking this question.
No.
So in the
Kirk,
late
don't embarrass
90s,
us.
I'm sorry. In the late 90s,
Okay.
the Turtles met up with the Space Rangers.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on Ninja Turtles Next Mutation?
So I skipped that for a reason. Where did he go? Oh, okay.
He kicked me out. I'm sorry. I just had to ask the question. I'm curious. I don't like it either.
I mean, it's silly. It makes me
Yeah.
laugh, so I get some entertainment out of it. Actually, the video I dropped this morning, unboxing the vintage, this guy. The first clip is one of the Power Rangers villains like talking shit to the turtles. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna throw that in there. See who catches it. Nobody so far, but yeah, it was silly.
Yeah.
Costumes were creepy,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited about the Power Ranger TMNT crossover figures. So
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, I saw those.
Yeah.
Those look nice.
Those look so.
I assume you guys have probably seen those uniforms from the first movie, the costumes that are floating around.
Oh yeah,
and they're like absolutely nightmare inspiring because of the foam degradation.
Yep.
Oh man,
That's awesome on so many different levels and scary.
it really is.
So, have you been reading? So, besides The Last Ronin, have you been reading the IDW Ninja Turtle comics at all?
Not at all, man. Major fail. I know. I was on a turtle podcast like 3 weeks ago, and they're like, "Craig, what the hell?" I'm sorry, guys. I don't have the time. I can't do it all.
All right, that's fair. It's really good, by the way. You should check it out.
I know. Everybody's been telling me about it. I need to see what I can do about catching up, just at least on the story, not getting all the books, but maybe digital or something, or trade. Yeah.
I do know that the furry community really likes it because apparently Raphael fucks a bunny person.
Okay. I mean, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a thing.
That's a thing.
That's a thing.
There's actually with the comics, the other thing you can do too is David Peterson, who does the Mouse Guard books, he does the covers for a lot of them. And he runs a live Twitch stream, and when he's doing those covers, and there's usually a lot of like TMNT stuff, and he doesn't just like, he interacts with like people in the stream, and he's really good. So
nice.
For anyone who's interested in the comic sides of it, that's another option too.
Very cool.
Yeah,
that's fantastic.
I have a random trivia question from Jeff's list. Well, it's kind of from Jeff's list. I've derived another question. Shredder was a former student of who? You betrayed.
I mean, Splinter?
It says Hamato Yoshi.
Yeah. I mean,
whatever that means.
that's Splinter. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Doesn't it kind of depend on the continuity?
I think so. I think different storylines. Yeah, for sure. But yeah,
I mean, yeah. There's somewhere Splinter mutated into a rat and he was a dude. There's somewhere Splinter mutated into a super rat and not from a dude at all.
Scratched his face. Yeah. You know.
That movie was badass. I needed to watch that again.
Yeah.
Anybody else getting an echo?
Nope.
Okay. So Don asks, did we cover the new turtle Venus?
Venus, yeah. The fifth turtle?
From what?
The next mutation.
Oh, yeah.
I was just going to play like I didn't know what you were talking about.
Kirk is apparently a big fan.
No, I'm not. So there was at one point, and this is how I ended up coming across the show. At one point on
this show, Kirk, I invited you.
No, not the show. Next Mutation.
Okay.
But so at one point on cable, they had like this on-demand thing where it was like a bunch of random shows. So like Bobby's World, the Ninja Turtle show, like a bunch of random stuff. I was like, Ninja Turtles, let me check it out. I watched like maybe like 1 or 2 episodes, including it was maybe like 3 episodes, which included the Power Rangers one, and I was like, this is garbage. I don't want to watch this anymore, and I turned it off.
Yeah.
I couldn't deal with it. But there was.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, I was just gonna say that there was in regards to like coming across like the 80s show and stuff like that. I remember having, I think it was the first season on DVD that had like bonus episodes of like the other, I can't remember which one it was, but it was the other episodes that I guess they kind of categorized as like lost episodes, but it had like a whole alternate intro thing going for it.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I was able to see those, but
cool.
I still have to finish like the entire series and everything.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you download the Pluto TV app, there's a Ninja. It's totally free. A Ninja Turtle channel, 24/7, and it rotates from 03 to 12 to Rise. So it's
I've
totally
heard of this.
Yeah,
but I have not.
It's not
I didn't
bad.
know they had a channel. Okay.
Yeah, Totally free.
For all you Canadian viewers out there, like everything else fun and interesting, you can't get it here. So
I'm sorry.
You're starting to sound like Craig's buddy Ed over in Belgium.
I don't get anything over here.
It's funny as hell.
Yeah.
So we have to bring this up because my buddy Don, who's usually here, but he was busy and couldn't make it, his favorite character from the goddamn Turtles is Usagi Yojimbo.
Okay.
How many figures of Usagi Yojimbo have they made?
Okay. Wow. So are we talking like every scale? Every scale. Okay. Shit. Okay. So we got the vintage one. We got the 03 one. We got 2012. There was the Samurai Usagi. There was, and he had a horse. There was a regular Usagi. There was a 12 or 18-inch Usagi. And I think that's it. So however many that is, that's my guess. I don't know.
Forgot Space Usagi Yojimbo.
Oh, Space. Fucking Space Usagi. That's right.
These guys are fucking...
Yeah, that's right.
Turtle Chris. What's up, Turtle Chris? Yeah.
He got it. That's right.
Fucking this guy runs a turtle site. Okay. So we are at our hour, so we're going to call it here. I'd like to thank Craig for coming on and educating us about turtles and talking about turtles. Once again, if you want to check out that website, turtletracks.info.
Check it out.
It's in the banner. Please check it out. And if you're feeling froggy, you can almost scan our QR code, and that'll give you all our links to our
let me try that.
and everything. So,
Let me try that.
If you get rid of Kirk and Joseph and Gil, you can.
It also works on the picture that I sent you. Greg.
Yeah.
So, alrighty. So from all of us here, have a good one. Trans rights are human rights, and wear a fucking mask because I don't want the Delta variant to fuck up my plans.